Welcome to the newly named Video Game Psych Show, where we talk about the psychology and application for video game experiences. Today, we are featuring a game called Slay the Spire and learning about decisions. Also, side note, one of the reasons I changed it is because there are so many Lucid gaming channels, so many. So, Slay the Spire is a game by two guys from a company called Megacrit. Slay the Spire was really interesting. It made me think a lot about decisions, because that is what the game is actually all about. Decisions. Yes, it's a roguelike deck-building turn-based combat game, which you've never heard of before. But what it is...
What the Black Pearl really
is a series of choices. So here's what we're trying to learn today. How much impact does a single choice have? We know that choices have impact. Game designers pack it into their games, choices and their consequences. Some choices have big consequences and some small. And as we've briefly mentioned in other videos, take away the ability to affect change or change those consequences and you make people angry. We're looking at you, Mass Effect. And we make hundreds, if not thousands, of choices every day in our real life. How important are those decisions? Life isn't the best teacher just because of the sheer number of variables in life. That's why I turned to this game. There are far fewer variables, so you can pick out patterns more reliably. First, we need to understand cause and effect, or the fact that the laws of physics govern everything equally. Everything happens for a reason. And I don't mean your ex was meant to dump you so you could meet the love of your life. I mean, every reaction is preceded by an action. So maybe your ex keyed your car because they felt justified in their anger. Nothing happens for no reason. Our entire world follows these laws. That's what studies are for, to find consistent reactions to a set of circumstances. However, life is messy. There are thousands of small variables that can make things appear inconsistent even when they are. Which is why a video game is a really good way to learn the basics of cause and effect, or what your decisions will weigh, because there are a set number of variables and the game will perform consistently across time. The only variable is manufactured randomness and you, the player. Now, life is just as consistent as the game, they're just more confounding variables. So as we recognize cause and effect patterns in-game, we can apply it to our less consistent lives. So, you play the game and are faced with the first decision. What card are you going to add to your deck? What I want to understand is how important is this decision? How big are the consequences going to be? If my choice is the cause, what are the effects? So I make my choice and move on, which leads us to the first set of effects, or what I call direct effects. Immediately, that card becomes available to me in the next battle. I get its effects: more damage, more shield, a greater ability to draw. The second direct consequence is that it displaces another card that I would have drawn each time. I'm getting this card and not a different card. The third direct consequence is that it makes all of my cards proportionally less likely to be drawn. Because I draw 5 cards in a turn, before I had a 5 in 10 chance of drawing a specific card. Now I have a 5 in 11 chance of drawing any given card. I will see every other card less over time because of the addition to my deck. Then I get those same effects perpetually because every combat you draw multiple times and will bump into that card again and again. Slay the Spire makes you extremely aware of the effects of your choices because of its repetitive nature. Most of our choices don't show up as visibly. Take, for example, a simple decision to drink water in the morning.
Water. That's what I'm getting at, water.
It has direct consequences. Quenches thirst, hydrates your body, and temporarily increases your cognitive function and mood, and fills your stomach. Each of those to such a small level that chances are you aren't aware of the positive consequences of just drinking a glass of water first thing when you wake up.
You and I need fresh, pure water.
In Slay the Spire, you are instantly aware of the consequences of your decision. You see them repeated over and over again. Which brings us to the second set of effects from our actions. Synergistic effects. After you finish the second match, you get to make another choice. However, this choice is incrementally more difficult because you need to think how this card will interact with your previous card. If done right, this decision could not only have good direct consequences, it could make your previous decision more valuable if the cards synergize. Another example in-game is that you're given opportunities to remove cards from your deck, slim it down. If you do so, you rebalance the probabilities. It is now more probable that you will draw a specific card and you can use it more often, making your previous decision more valuable. The choices synergize together, giving you better effects. Let's look at our water example again. You just drank a large glass of water. Now you decide to have a bowl of cereal. Your stomach has water inside it. Subconsciously, you will eat less breakfast because of the water, lowering the blood sugar spike that you're going to experience.
How could you eat an entire box of Pop-Tarts and still be this hungry?
You gain a second effect from the first decision to drink water. Alternatively, maybe instead of breakfast, you decide to read a book. Being hydrated will increase your mental function, and you will get more out of the book. Future decisions affect the effects of current decisions. But we're not quite finished yet. Finally, we're going to talk about exponential effects. Each decision in Slay the Spire affects your deck each time you draw. However, it begins to affect other things as well. Make good choices and you can win more easily. Win more easily and you can take risks, gaining you additional rewards. For example, at a campsite, you can make a choice. Heal yourself or permanently upgrade a card. Upgrading a card means every time you use it, it does more. If you haven't taken much damage, you don't have to heal yourself and you can get that upgrade. Another way that you're rewarded for playing well is that you can challenge difficult enemies, which will give you additional rewards that can then synergize with your previous choices. Each upgrade and each reward you earn increases the likelihood that you'll get more of those same rewards in the future. Each missed opportunity increases your likelihood of failure. Good choices early on don't just give you direct benefits, they give you exponentially better benefits. Let's look at our water example again. Hypothetically, you are considering exercising that morning. If you drink water, your mood is better, so you are more likely to exercise, and you are likely to exercise better because you are hydrated. After successfully exercising, your brain releases neurochemicals that improve your mood for the next 24 hours, meaning that your happiness is higher, you're more likely to have a good day and make healthy decisions. More importantly, you're more likely to hydrate and exercise the next day because of the habit that you've started. Most of these benefits are entirely subconscious and not as visible as they are in the game, but small decisions can have major effects, sobering effects. So come play Slay the Spire. Come and see just how much the smallest decisions matter.